My sister ruined the biggest opportunity of my life by sending fake emails about me being a drug addict. So when I got married, I didn't invite her, but my parents brought her anyway, and she got arrested for fraud right in the middle of my wedding reception. My sister Marissa has been jealous of me for as long as I can remember, but things got worse the day I got accepted into medical school. She applied to the same program, she didn't get in. Instead of trying again the next year, she decided it was somehow my fault. From that day on, every family gathering turned into a passive-aggressive competition. She'd make comments like, "Must be nice thinking you're smarter than everyone now," or "Don't worry, medical school will humble you eventually." I ignored it. She was my sister. I figured she'd grow out of it. After I graduated, I landed an interview with one of the best hospitals in the state. It was the kind of job people wait years for. I spent 2 weeks preparing, practicing interview questions, studying the hospital's policies, researching everything. The interview went perfectly. The hiring director even told me I was their top candidate. She said the official offer would come by Friday. Friday came, no email, no call. By Monday morning, I was confused, so I called them myself. The director answered, but her tone was completely different. Cold, professional, distant. She said, "We've decided to move forward with another candidate." I asked why. There was a long pause. Then she said something that made my stomach drop. "We received several emails from someone claiming to be your former roommate. They said you had a serious substance abuse problem and were removed from clinical training for showing up intoxicated." I felt like the air left my body. None of that was true. I had never even been written up for anything. I begged her to send me the emails, but she refused. All she could tell me was the email address they came from. It had my name in it and the word honesty. Something about it felt familiar. The dramatic wording, the exaggerated accusations. It sounded exactly like Marissa. I confronted her at my parents' house that weekend. She leaned back in her chair with this little smirk and said, "Maybe someone just finally told the truth about you." My parents immediately told me to stop accusing her. "She's your sister," my mom said. "She would never sabotage your career." But something felt wrong, so I hired a cybersecurity consultant. 2 days later, he called me with the answer. The recovery phone number connected to the fake email account was registered to Marissa's phone. I showed my parents the proof. My mom sighed and said, "Well, you two have always been competitive." That was the moment something in me snapped. I blocked her everywhere. Phone, social media, everything. It took me 5 months to finally get hired by another hospital because Marissa hadn't just sent those emails to one place. She sent them to 4 different hospitals I had applied to. 4. By the time my career finally started, my relationship with my sister was completely over. About a year later, something amazing happened. I met Daniel. He was kind, patient, and somehow managed to make me laugh even on my worst days. 2 years later, he proposed. When we sent out invitations, there was one name missing: Marissa. My parents called immediately. "You can't leave your own sister out of your wedding." I said, "Watch me." They tried to guilt trip me. They even threatened to not come. I told them that was their choice. The wedding day arrived. Everything was perfect. The ceremony was beautiful. Daniel's vows made me cry. For the first time in years, I felt completely at peace. Then the reception started, and my maid of honor ran up to me looking stressed. "Your sister is here." My stomach dropped. Apparently, my parents had brought her as their +1. Marissa was already walking around the reception hall, chatting with guests like she belonged there, drinking champagne, laughing, telling people I had overreacted about the email situation. I decided to not let her ruin the night, so I ignored her. Dinner started, people were laughing, music was playing, and things were finally calming down. That's when 2 men in plain clothes walked into the reception hall. At first, I thought they were late guests, but they walked